Good morning, everybody. How are you? Uh, we're gonna go ahead and get into a little bit of this morning review and go over some news, go over some pre-market stuff with you guys today. Get everything set up for the day, get ready to move. Um, Make sure that everybody's ready for the trading day, I guess. That's what we're here to do, and that's what we'll do. So go ahead and get right into it and make it happen. So, as we always start out with, we have the pre-markets today. CNBC's pre-markets looks like everything's in the green. Looks like everything's looking good today. The stock market's looking good today. The Nasdaq's looking good. The S&P and the Dow, we're all looking good. We're all looking for a good Wednesday. Stocks futures rise as Wall Street awaits Fed Chair Powell's speech, and we all know how speeches with the Fed Chair Powell go. When he talks, the market usually reacts. So we'll wait and see what happens. What happens with him this morning or today? But you know what? We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna like what we see right now. We're gonna like the green that we see. So it's been such of a red month that we're gonna kind of just like the green that we see. We're gonna make sure all this matches up from the stock market to the crypto market. Make sure everything makes sense. Make sure nothing's out of whack this morning. But right now the pre-markets in the stock market look pretty good, guys. So we'll take that. The fear and greed index for crypto right now is sitting at like 29, which is good. As you guys can see, we're lower earlier in the week. So the fear, we're still in fear, but we're no longer in extreme fear, which is good. Seems to be that we're digging our way out of that a little bit. So gotta like to see that. We have our crypto bubbles here. This is on the day. A lot of green on the day. We had a good day yesterday. Looks like we're going to start with a good day today. A lot of green going on the charts. It's nice to wake up and see green on the charts because we've woken up most of our mornings and seen a lot of red. So welcome sight here. Go down through here. You see Bitcoin sitting at $16,886, which is a nice little increase. It's up 2.4% on the day. It's a nice little steady climb throughout the 24-hour. Ethereum sitting at $1,268. It's right around 4.3% climb over the day, and that's nice to see too. We're good to see these things coming up. BNB sitting at an even $300, which is actually down about 0.9%, call it even over the day. BNB had a nice little climb yesterday. So, it got up to 3, maybe 310, somewhere up in there over the 24-hour. But you know what? BNB, it's going to follow the market. And so it'll be just fine. It's about even this morning, 0.9%. We'll call it even. Look at XRP back up to that 40-cent range. Over the 24-hour, it's up 1.9%. It hovered around this 35-cent range for a long time. It's starting to see this 40-cent range a little bit more often and starting to build a little bit of support right here at this 40-cent range instead of the 35-cent range. So that's a good thing to see for XRP as we just wait for the SEC case to kind of clear itself out. Doge sitting at about 0.105, about 10 cents. So it's had itself a nice little climb over 24 hours, about 1.6%. Obviously, this is on Elon News with Twitter and how, they may be delisted on Apple and some other news that goes along with that. And he's talking about creating his own phone and doing all that stuff. Polygon sitting at 87 cents. Nice little climb over the last 24 hours, about 3.9%. We always tell you guys that Polygon kind of outperforms the market. So if you go back up here and you look at Bitcoin is at 2.4% over 24, and Ethereum's at 4.4%. And then you come down here and you look at Polygon, is sitting at 3.9%. So it's really outperforming Bitcoin at this point, which it has been throughout this whole down cycle, which is always nice to see, because Polygon is one of these things that it's the best layer 2 blockchain out there. There's just no doubt about it, and you can see it's outperforming the market. So Solana, guys, I don't know what else to say about Solana. 0.9% up over the day, sitting at $13.71. We need to hold. I'm gonna hold off on Solana. I'm not a Solana holder. I thought about swing trading it. Still might think about swing trading it, but not at $13.71 right now. I'll wait for. I think there's a bigger dip in Solana to come as news starts to come out in regards to their exposure to FTX. So we'll wait and see on Solana, and I'll slow play that. If I do get into Solana, it will be strictly a swing trade. Stellar sitting at right around 8 cents, almost 9, up about 0.6% on the day. So it's about staying level where it usually sits. So Stellar seems to be doing okay. Quant, guys, I'm a big quant believer. Sitting at $120. It's up about 6.2% over the day. Quant, I just believe in Quant. I believe that it's going to be a big player in the next bull run. Do your own research on Quant. See what you think, but that's just my initial thought on that. H bar, we're sitting right around 5 cents right now. It's up about 2.25% over the 24-hour. So H bar is performing pretty well as as we dig out of this bear market. So as you come down through, you can see it's this pretty much the same song and dance all the way down through here. Everybody's performing pretty well over the 24-hour. So not too bad. We coming up here at the day chart. It's all green. Let's go ahead and drill down a little bit like we usually do. Let's look at the hour, make sure it all lines up with the pre-markets, and make sure there's nothing that really sticks out to us, and it doesn't. You see some red here, but you look at it like 0.7%, 0.3%, 1%, 0.9%, nothing really big that's really sticking out that says the market's going to take a turn. So everything's pretty. If it is in the red, it's pretty just barely in the red. You look at quants like in the red on the hour, like 0.4%. So nothing really sticking out to us to say that the pre-markets and where we're at in the crypto market right now doesn't line itself up. You go under the 15-minute USDN. I'm not too familiar with that, but 1.6% down. That seems to be the biggest one. I mean, that's really nothing, guys. You sit here and use FTT token. This is that FTX token down 1%. I'm surprised that thing's still even hanging in there. I'm surprised it still even has a price, to tell you the truth. But so nothing. Everything seems to line up. You see Trust Wallet sitting here. It's still rising, guys. It's up 2% over 24-hour, and that thing had a huge run not too long ago. So last week. So the fact that it's still in the red and it's still rising lets you know that the decentralized wallets just continue to be a thing that we need to pay a lot of attention to. So with that, go ahead and take a quick look at coin market cap, and we'll actually get the market cap for crypto. Right now it looks like we're sitting at about 8 billion. 8 billion, let's call it 8 billion 52. So The market cap is coming up a little bit over the past 24 hours, over the past week. We've seen this down to like 8,000,000,020, somewhere in there. So the market cap's starting to come up, money starting to come in, starting to trickle in, which is a good thing. It needs to come in. I'd like to see it come in at a little bit more faster of a rate, much like all of us would like to see that. So, but you know what? We'll take the green market cap when we can get the green market cap. So, there it is. We need that thing over $1 trillion, just to even start to even look at any really positive movement in the crypto market, and it'll get there. As we talked about earlier, that fear and greed index is looking better and better. So every day. So we're getting there. Crypto's not dead. It's here. It's here to stay. It's here for a long time, and we're just working our way out of a little hole. Get into some news, guys. Coinbase no longer supports XRP as of December 5th. And let me be clear that this is the Coinbase wallet, not the Coinbase exchange itself. The Coinbase exchange itself still does not trade XRP anyways, but this is actually based off the Coinbase wallet. There's a couple other tokens that they're not going to support as well. Ethereum Classic being one of them. Big Cash, I believe, being one of them. So there's like 4. But XRP obviously is the one that's making the biggest news. So if you have XRP sitting in your Coinbase wallet right now, you might want to think about moving that. There's a spot down here in this article I wanted to drill home to you guys about why you want to think about moving your XRP out of your Coinbase wallet. Right here. Actions taken with unsupported tokens right here beyond the December 5th deadline may result in a loss of your tokens. So if you are currently sitting with XRP or Ethereum Classic or any of the 4, you can come back and look at the other 4. I believe XLM is one of them as well. Any actions that you take after December 5th with these tokens, you will lose them. And they no longer are going to support the DApps that they go into it here. I'm just going to summarize it for you. They're no longer going to support the DApps that that allow you to buy and sell the 4 tokens as well. So they'll block them. But, if you have XRP in your Coinbase wallet, you need to move it by December 5th, or when you do go to move it, you may lose your XRP. So, make sure you know that. Make sure you know that this affects your Coinbase wallet, and do some research on that, because what I don't want to see is you guys to lose the XRP that you've paid your money for, because you didn't know or weren't updated on the news. So pay attention to Coinbase wallet and what they're no longer supporting. Sam Bankman-Fried ordered to appear at FTX hearing by Texas regulators. What I find interesting about this is the federal government is also holding hearings, but I actually like the fact that the states are starting to step up and ask questions and really start to take the lead on some of this stuff, and really start to ask the hard questions of FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried, because if you wait for the federal government to do something, you might be waiting for a long time. So I like the fact that the states are actually stepping up and demanding some answers here about how their investors got hurt. Because as you guys know, FTX US, it was supported in the United States, but not supported by all the states. But the states that did support this in exchange and have users on this exchange owe it to their users to ask the hard questions of Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX and figure out what the hell happened, because the people in their states are the ones who got hurt. So I'm glad that Texas is stepping up to start to ask the hard questions of Sam and also the federal government needs to step up as well. So Genesis is, a casualty of FTX and how it wants to do everything that it can to avoid bankruptcy here. And going down through this article, um, get to a couple pieces that kind of really stuck out to me. Um, it they're like one point something. They have 1 point something $billion out in loans here. Right now, 2.8 billion dollars out in loans right now. So this is a big deal. Genesis is a huge um, lending platform for a lot of people that were staking and lending their tokens. And Genesis is one of these ones that we don't want to see fall. We don't want to see it in bankruptcy because it'll hurt the cryptocurrency market. So if they can try to dig their way out of this, which I'm not sure they can, being that there's $1.8 billion that they already owe, but if they can try to dig their way out of this, this will be actually a positive thing for crypto, I think, because the last thing we need is more of these lending platforms and centralized exchanges declaring bankruptcy. It just hurts the market as a whole. So yeah, it sucks that they got in bed with FTX and Three Arrows Capital and put themselves in this position. But if we can, if they can somehow dig themselves out of it, it'll be good. And it goes on to say that they're working with some people to try to help them not declare bankruptcy. One of them is Gemini, and some of their bigger bigger people that they actually they're creditors. So some of their bigger creditors to try to wipe this debt off and really drill down to this debt and try to figure out how they can pay this off. So if Genesis can do that, then it's actually going to help the crypto market. So I'm actually all in favor that they didn't actually just come out and immediately declare bankruptcy, that they're actually trying to work their way out of this. My personal feeling is it's probably not going to end well for the people who have money on Genesis, regardless of whether or not they get a bailout from somebody or declare bankruptcy. But if they can come up with some sort of deal to stay out of bankruptcy court and get themselves out of the news, it's going to benefit the crypto market as a whole. So like to see that. Um, Binance acquires Japanese crypto exchange while restricting user registrations. So as you can see, Binance continues to grow. They continue to acquire different exchanges and different businesses that may be in trouble. They continue to grow their BNB business. They continue to grow the Binance reach further and further, out. So, I believe that, CZ, being in Binance being the biggest centralized exchange out there with probably the most capital to do these things, is in a prime position to really assist some of these companies that are in trouble and in turn saving users' assets. Some people may not like the fact that CZ is becoming bigger and bigger and bigger off this situation, but you know what? It's okay because this is just how businesses ran. And CZ seems to be doing the right things for the right reasons, and that's all we can ask. And he acquired this struggling cryptocurrency exchange in Japan, and it looks like CZ is going to help them, and Binance is going to help them, and it's going to become part of the Binance ecosystem. Obviously, he's going to restrict users to just Japan users, and that's okay because Binance is just going to grow in Japan. And this is why I think owning some BNB in your portfolio is going to be good for your portfolio, possibly good for your portfolio moving forward into the next bull run. because CZ just continues to grow the BNB brand and the BNB reach more and more and more. So during the bull run, you'll see all of this stuff kind of come together. And I think BNB is going to be a major player in the next bull run. And you're going to see some big gains, I think, off of BNB, just because CZ is going to, kind of set BNB up in a way that is going to make them successful for the long run. And I think that's what he's doing by acquiring some of these struggling companies. It's really for the long term of BNB and their brand. So I really like what he's doing from a business perspective, and I really like what he's doing from a business mindset. So he's acquiring another centralized exchange in Japan, which isn't a bad thing. For BNB holders and Binance in general as a company. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of these charts. Some of the lower market cap coins that we like to look at. MMAI. You guys know I'm a big MMAI supporter. What a run they've been on lately. They're sitting right now at 302662. They have a big buy challenge going on. They've continually ran these big buy challenges, probably for about a month now, maybe a little bit longer. They all seem to run together on me, but they've been successful in community building. They've been successful in driving volume. They've been successful in chart action, and it's just something to, in these bear markets, keep the charts moving, keep people engaged. So I'm all about it. I think it's a great move. Come down here and you look at the charts, guys, and there's some pretty big buys in here. Yeah, there's some smaller sells or some sell-offs from the big buy challenge, but you're gonna expect that. But look at the buys, look at the green. Look at the green here in a bear market in a lower cap coin. And they're good buys, they're good buys, and they seem to, they're moving the floor up, they're moving the chart up. So it's not only a fun way to interact with the community, it's also a good way to keep some volume pumping through the project. And every time they do start one of these big buys, they end up trending up here on Dex Tools. They've been as high as 7 yesterday. So it's good all the way around for the project in general, as they roll out their utilities. But look at that, 302662, guys. And they're up, let's see here, 10.76% over the 24-hour, and 18.12% over 1 week. So it's working, and that's all you can ask is they're trying stuff different and it's working, and we're going to respect that. And I think it's a great thing that what they're doing for the community and how they're rolling this out. So kudos to them, and I'm glad to be an investor in that project. And I think that project probably has a very, 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 very bright future to it. So I'm glad they're doing what they're doing, and charts are looking better and better every week, guys. So keep doing what you're doing, keep up the good work, because it's working. Bone is at points. It's about 76 cents right now, guys. Bone is just waiting on Shibarium to drop. So you're going to see some price action here that goes up and down until Shibarium comes out. And once Shibarium comes out, you're going to see Bone make a big recovery back up to the dollars. We'll be talking about Bone in dollars in that sense. But right now, it's just waiting on Shibarium. I believe that Shibarium is ready. I believe that it's ready to rock and roll any day now. I just think that they're waiting for the right time to release it in this market. May not be the best time to release it, based on their, review of the markets, but I think it's ready. I believe it's ready. I just think they're just waiting for the right time. And when Shibarium drops, you'll see Bone kind of turn itself around, go back to where it was. But it's hard for people to hold and just wait um, on the catalyst. Yeah. But I'm just waiting for the catalyst. I own Bone. I'll continue to own Bone. We will sit on it and you know see what happens. And when they drop Shibarium, I believe it's going to do well. Look at Volt on the BNB side. Volt is just going to do what Volt does. And by the way, guys, these are our charts that we're looking at as well, just to let you know. Volt has a little dip here, but Volt has eaten up every dip that it's been faced with. So it'll eat this dip. It'll eat this dip today. It's sitting at 5.01452 on the BNB side, on the hourly chart. Not too worried about Volt. Volt's going to eat up the dips. You can see it's already starting to work its way out of the dip that it had over here. So it's already starting to work its way out. It'll take a little bit. It'll take throughout the day, but it'll eat it up. Just look at the buys that are coming in. A lot more buys than there is sells. A lot more bigger buys than there is sells. So Volt will work its way out of that. No issues with Volt. And actually, Volt has, if you look at it on a month chart, it's set higher lows and higher highs. So over the last month, so it's Volt's doing just fine. Look at it on the Ethereum side as well. Same story over here. You look at it on the hourly, it's got the dip here, same dip. But you see this big green candle here over the last hour that has been, and it's starting to work its way out of that. It'll eat this dip. I'm not too concerned about that either. Again, you come over here and you look at the buys that are coming in, and you look at that buy wall. It'll eat that up. It always does, but it's sitting at 505. 501,556. And to eat that up, we're probably looking at 5017 somewhere up in there. So it'll be just fine. It'll get back up there. Probably today, probably, within hours here, if not today, early tomorrow. So, Volt's going to be just fine. It'll eat this dip up. So them are some of the lower market caps that we look at. We did talk about Polygon. We talked about Bone. We talked about where's my buddy at? Gala. Gala is one of these ones I'm just kind of favored towards Gala for some reason. I just think that it's going to be a big player in the bull run with everything that they have going on and all the games that they have coming out, the music platform that they have, the movie platform that they're building out. I'm just a fan of Gala and what they're trying to do. Their blockchain that they're building, that the Gala token will be, the gas token for that. So just think that they're going to be a player in the next bull run because of what they're doing and how they're doing it, and how they're not putting all their eggs in one basket. They have multiple games and multiple, streams of revenue, and them are the ones that you want to be involved with tokens that have multiple streams of revenue. Sitting right now at about 2 cents, 2.6. So, this thing at its all-time high was around 80 cents. I believe it'll get back to its all-time high. I truly believe that. I just do, just for what they're doing. but it's been a victim of the market. Really, guys, it's really been a victim of the market, and it's been a victim. It's been a victim of development as well. They came out. It took them a little bit to develop their ecosystem. It took them a little bit to develop their gaming platforms. It took them a little bit to develop things that they have. This is one of them tokens that, back when, everybody was launching tokens and um, building after launch, and now everybody's kind of building before launch and then launching their tokens. So, Gala kind of fell victim to that. But I think where they're at right now, they're gonna be they're gonna be just fine come bull run. So not too worried about where Gala is. I actually think that they're gonna do just fine. So with that, guys, I'm gonna kind of let you guys go for today. It's been a quick morning mashup for us, but a couple things I'll leave you with this morning is the market actually looks decent today. Um, if you're going to take profits when you can in these markets. Don't always sit back and wait for brighter days, because we may be in for some down days before big bright days come. So make sure you're securing your money. Make sure you're securing your bags. Make sure you're securing your investments. And part of securing your investments is to make sure that you secure your tokens as well. So make sure that when you are buying crypto, that remember, not your keys, not your crypto. Make sure you're putting that stuff on decentralized wallet. Only keep on exchanges what you're willing to lose at any given moment as these exchanges start to fall. um we had one fall with the FTX last night in Bitfont. They're going to stop trading. You see, CZ just acquired one in Japan that was in trouble. So these things are not they're not really backing themselves up. They're not really protecting your crypto. So it's up to you to protect your crypto. So make sure that you're protecting your crypto. Make sure that you're protecting your assets. Make sure that you're protecting, yourself, and your money. The last thing you want to do is lose money because somebody else made a mistake. If you lose money, make sure it's because you made an educated investment decision that didn't go well, not because somebody lost money for you. So you know with that, not your keys, not your crypto. If you don't have a decentralized wallet, I encourage you guys, check out MetaMask, check out SafePal. uh, I'm a big SafePal believer, but your cup of tea may be MetaMask, your cup of tea may be Trust Wallet. um, Pretty soon, your cup of tea may be the Pure Wallet. So but there's a lot of wallets out there. Get you one, and make sure that you are taking care of your crypto and securing your crypto. Maybe get yourself a couple different wallets, and split your assets up a little bit. However you decide you want to work it that way, but work it in a way that makes sense. So that's the best advice we can give you right now. Not your keys, not your crypto. Make sure you're securing your stuff. So with that, guys, I'm out.